Odell Beckham Jr. is now part of the Cleveland Browns. And many, many people have expressed concern about this. They're not happy. They're people are either really concerned or really, really excited. People are worried that OBJ will either cause or create a distraction in the Cleveland Browns locker room. Now, personally, I don't think there's a better team that Odell Beckham Jr. could have joined in the entire NFL. Again, of all the locker rooms in the NFL, the Browns are absolutely the best locker room for Odell Beckham Jr. to succeed. Two reasons for this. The first one's this. His old college buddy, Jarvis Landry, is his roommate, his best friend. He's also a member of the Cleveland Browns. They're going to get along really, really great. I believe they're going to feed off each other, help each other, motivate each other. But more importantly, having a buddy, having Jarvis Landry is great for OBJ. More importantly is this. Baker Mayfield is the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield understands Odell Beckham Jr. First of all, it's the skill set. Baker Mayfield's skill set, his ability to stretch the field vertically throwing the ball, it's a good match for OBJ. Their skill sets align. But here's what I really, really liked. When Baker Mayfield was asked about bringing Odell Beckham Jr. into their locker room, he said this.
He and Jarvis seem like a lot of personality to try and I don't even know if you want to tame it, right? Let it rip.
You can say the same thing about me. You don't want to tame it. You just let them be themselves and make plays. You know what? That's who they are. When it comes down to it, the guys in that locker room, you're going to love playing with them. And I know from Saquon and Sterling Shepard that I'm very close with, that I know exactly who OBJ is inside the locker room and who he is to his teammates. And that's the most important thing. Is people can have their, attitudes and perspective on it, but he's himself, and he has his teammates back.
I want you to notice three things Baker Mayfield said in that quote. He said three very, very important things. First one is this. He said, you could say the same thing about me that you're saying about OBJ. He then said, you can't try to tame anybody. You can't try to tame Odell Beckham Jr. And then he said, you just got to let the guy be himself. Fantastic. Baker Mayfield understands. He's made headlines for his own actions on the sidelines. He's very similar to OBJ in that world. OBJ and the Giants didn't work out. I don't really care what happened. It was a mess. It was awful. I don't worry about the past. I want to worry about the future. I truly believe in Cleveland, Odell Beckham Jr. is going to find understanding. He's going to find people he can relate to. I don't think emotion's a bad thing, especially in the world of football. At one time, we were doing training in the offseason, and a receiver dropped a pass. I threw it really hard. It went through his hands and hit him in the forehead. And after that, he was really angry. He ran to the sideline. He yelled. He grabbed the fence and went, ah! He grabbed the fence and shook it really hard. And it wasn't a big deal. That emotion was not a big problem for anybody. It happened. He got the emotion out of his system, and then he moved on to the next play. It was like, oh, cool, whatever. You don't want to police emotion, especially in a sport like football. And you want emotion. Emotion's not a bad thing. You want guys excited. You want guys excited when they do well. You want guys upset when they lose. I mean, losing's not a good thing. You don't want to take that easily. But what you can't do is you can't let emotion affect you on the next play or the rest of the game. It can't take over the game. It's got to be something that it happens, and then you move on from it very quickly. Bang, bang, it's over. I mean, if something happens, you drop a touchdown pass or you catch a touchdown pass, either way, get it out of your system. Be really happy, celebrate, or be frustrated, but flush it and move on. You can't let emotion, too high or too low, affect you either way. I get comments a lot of the times. People say really nasty, mean stuff about me on YouTube. They say awful things. They're like, I hate you, your hair's awful, you're fat, you're ugly, And I try to take that in stride, and then I try to take the compliments. And people say, hey, you're really great, I love your show. You got to stay even keel. You can't go too far either way. You can celebrate a little bit, but then move on and get back to what you're doing. I truly believe the Browns have a group in place to get the most out of Odell Beckham Jr. and make him really, really successful. They got a leader, Baker Mayfield, the guy who gets it. They have, the media is always trying to blow things out of proportion when Odell Beckham Jr. does literally anything. When Odell Beckham Jr. kicks something or throws a helmet or when literally anything happens, the media is going to freak out and go, ah! And Baker Mayfield's not even going to be fazed. I can hear it in his voice. I can hear him saying, that's not a big deal. I don't care. I can literally hear him saying that. It's not going to affect him because Baker Mayfield sets the tone in Cleveland. He's not fazed by those kind of things. And again, OBJ has his buddy Jarvis Landry in Cleveland. They're going to help each other. They're going to push each other. I truly believe, again, look, I could be wrong. I am willing to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll do a topic this fall that said, Zach is a genius, and I'll make fun of myself for being totally wrong about this. But honestly, look, I really believe Odell Beckham Jr. is in a really, really good place with the Cleveland Browns. He's got everything he needs to be successful. They have a group of people who can help OBJ find success more than he's ever found before. They have, a leader, Baker Mayfield. He's got his buddy Jarvis Landry. Not to mention, how do you cover anybody on the Cleveland Browns with, David Njoku, Jarvis Landry, OBJ, Nick Chubb, Antonio Callaway. Eventually, they'll have Kareem Hunt. Man, I don't know. I think OBJ is really, really set up for success with the Cleveland Browns. And I think by far, the Cleveland Browns are the very best fit for Odell Beckham Jr. and his personality. Of all the teams in the NFL that could pick him up, the Browns are the very best fit for Odell Beckham Jr. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It is my favorite thing in the entire world. And I want to ask for your help. I want this show to grow. I want more people to watch and more people to listen to this podcast. My dream is to do this show as my full-time job. I want to own it myself. I want to do it on the internet and have complete control. I don't want to do it for CBS or ESPN. I don't want to work for a big network. I want to own it myself. And if you believe in that dream, please do me a huge favor. Help me grow by telling your friends about this podcast. Share it on Facebook, share a link on Twitter, maybe you screenshot it, put it on Instagram. I don't have a marketing strategy beyond this. This is all I have. A lot of people, one of the most common comments I get on YouTube is, you have great content. We love your stuff. You deserve more viewers. What you should do is you should buy ad spaces on Facebook or Twitter or promote yourself and buy ads. I have no money. I am a broke college kid. I can't buy ad spaces. I don't have money to pay for books. And so my plan, this is my marketing plan, this is my strategy. All I plan to do is put every ounce of effort I have into making the very best podcast I can. I believe if I make a great product that people believe in, that people like, then they will share it with their friends. And so if you agree with that, if you believe in the show, if you like what I do, please do me a huge favor. Tell your friends about it. Help me grow by telling your friends about this podcast.